I guess on 11 because that's where. So I'm just going to call out and I want you to just tell me. So the first thing we're going to do is write the formula. So I'm just going to call on you and I want you to just tell me what the formula is and then see if we agree. Have you started it? Okay. Hi, welcome. Today is Tuesday, February what, 9th? Anyway, advanced level chemistry here at Spain Park. Going over naming. So we got to do this quickly. So, Clay, what'd you get for number 11? Lithium sulfide. What's the formula?
Li2S.
Li2S. Lithium's +1, sulfide is -2. Because it's I, we know it's just sulfur. Okay, Ella, what'd you get for phosphorus acid?
It's like going to be like H, P.
Okay, and since it's for us, which anion did it come from?
The
Ite. Okay, phosphite. Now you go to your sheet. Phosphite's not on there. But what is on there?
the phosphate.
Phosphate. And what's the relationship between the ite and the ate? One less oxygen, right? So phosphate's PO4 3-. Phosphite's going to be PO3 3-. So how many hydrogens should we have? 3. PO3. Okay? So if you know the 8, you know the ite. It's one less. Now dinitrogen monoxide, Caroline, give you an easy one.
N2O.
N2O. That's laughing gas, y'all. Just so you know, that's nitrous. Iron 3 oxide. Keith, what is iron? What's the Roman numeral 3? Tell me.
Which oxidation state it's in?
Okay, so iron is Fe. We know it's going to be +3. What's oxide? O 2-. So what's the formula going to be?
I2O3.
Not I, Fe.
Oh, Fe, sorry. Yeah.
Fe2O3. Okay, so Sam, lead 2 chlorate. What's lead 2 going to be?
PB, or it's the opposite state.
Okay, PB is +2. Chlorate.
ClO4.
No, that's perchlorate is ClO4.
3.
O3 is chlorate. Okay, but what's the charge on it? -1. So what do I have to do? Crisscross, but I need 2 of these, so I have to do what?
Parentheses and 2.
Parentheses and a 2. PV ClO3 2. Again, stop me if you have any questions on this. Okay. Ammonium. Okay. Harrison, what do we get for, what's ammonium's?
NH4.
With what charge? It's at the top of the ion sheet. Somebody help me, what's the charge on ammonium? +1. What's phosphate? PO4 3-. Now again, everything with phosphorus is going to be -3. Anything with arsenic is going to be -3. Anything with any of the sulfur, selenium, tellurium is going to be -2. Anything with the chlorine, bromine, iodine is going to be -1. Okay, whether it's chloride, chlorate, chlorite, they're all -1. Sulfate, sulfite, all -2. Phosphate, phosphite, arsenate, arsenite, -3. Okay, so what do I need to do here? Around the what? Ammonia. Okay, so when you notice I don't need a parenthesis on the phosphate because there's only one of them. It's when you have more than one polyatomic ion is when you need the parentheses. Okay? So Creed, zinc chloride. Cl2. Zinc's +2, chloride's -1, so ZnCl2. All right? Jackson, calcium phosphate. Ca. Now, phosphate. Okay? If it was just P, what would it end in? I. Since it's phosphate, go to your ion sheet. Don't just assume things. Look it up. You're gonna have that ion sheet as a reference. It's a PO4 with a 3- charge. What's calcium's charge? 2 plus. Therefore, we crisscross, bring the 3 here, but I need the 2, so what do I have to do? Put it in parentheses. 2. Okay? Oxygen difluoride, OF2, the off molecule. Okay, I'm just gonna hurry up here and get these done, so make sure we don't run out of time. Sodium nitrite. Well, sodium is Na with a +1. Nitrite, I look up on my sheet, and it's NO2 with a -1, so it's just NaNO2. Iron 3 sulfate. Iron is +3 because of that. Sulfate, I look on my sheet to see that it's 2-. And again, it doesn't matter if I'm saying sometimes plus, sometimes afterwards, it doesn't matter. Crisscross, I need a 2, but I need a 3. So again, I have to put a parenthesis. Hydrobromic acid. Whenever you see hydro with an acid, the anion is going to end in I. So bromide is just going to be Br -1. And so with an acid, the positive thing is always hydrogen, which is +1. So it's just going to be HBr. Chromium 3 oxide. Chromium is Cr with a +3. Oxide is -2. So again, we just crisscross. Cr2O3. I'm just going to do 24 and 25 up here so you guys can see them. But 24 says dinitrogen tetroxide. So what type of compound is that? Covalent, because it's using prefixes. So I can just say N2O4. Nice and easy. Okay? And then 25, ammonium nitrate. Ammonium is NH4 plus, nitrate is NO3 so it's just NH4, NO3, ammonium nitrate. They use this a lot in fertilizer, but it's also very explosive. I don't know if you studied in history the Oklahoma City bombing, which was kind of one of the first local terrorist acts, but they filled up a U-Haul truck with ammonium nitrate with a detonator and blew up half the federal building and killed a whole bunch of kids that were in the daycare and a lot of workers, and it was really a bad thing. They caught the guys and they ended up getting death penalty. So, don't do that. Any questions on those?
I want to say, Mr. Hobbs, that wasn't on the bucket list.
I'm
I'm gonna have a truck full of fertilizer. And blow it up.
All right, so now we're gonna go real fast. Now this one is complicated, and you guys have struggled a little bit with this one, but there's always one positive thing and one negative thing. So when I'm looking at this is my positive thing, this is my negative thing. So it's gonna be potassium. But then you go and you look on your sheet and you find that the name of this H2PO4 is called a dihydrogen phosphate. Dihydrogen phosphate. Now, if the positive thing's hydrogen, what does that make this?
Acid.
So I look at, what's the name of S then?
Sulfur.
Sulfide. So the name of the acid is hydrosulfuric acid. Now, is aluminum a metal? Yes. Does aluminum have more than one oxidation state? No. So I just named aluminum. Now again, I go and I look, BrO3, that's not on my sheet. Okay? BR3, but ClO3 is. Bromine, chlorine, and iodine are all in the same family. So if ClO3 is chlorate, BrO3 is bromine. Okay? Calcium does not need a Roman numeral, so I simply say calcium nitrate. SO3 is the positive thing hydrogen, no. Is the positive thing a metal? No, so it's a non-metal, so it's covalent, so I name with prefixes. Sulfur trioxide. Potassium cyanide. And again, you find the cyanide on your ion sheet. Now, lead is a metal, but lead has more than one oxidation state. So we do the reverse crisscross. So what charge must lead be? It's going to be lead 2 nitrate. Now again, we have a covalent compound, so it's going to be dinitrogen trioxide. Again, cobalt is a metal. Does cobalt have more than one oxidation state? Yes, and the only way you know is you look. If there's more than one number, and you'll have a periodic table, so you look. So which one is it going to be in? 3. We're doing the reverse crisscross again. Cobalt 3 chloride. SF, now this is supposed to be a lower 6. SF6, sulfur, what's 6? What's prefix for 6? Hexa. Sulfur hexafluoride. Now that's a cool one. You've heard of people breathing in helium and talking real high. If you breathe this one in, it makes you talk real low. Okay?
Yeah.
And they can fill an aquarium up and kind of float things in it because it's so dense, such a heavy gas. Calcium nitride. Okay? Copper again is a transition metal with more than one. Iodide is -1, so copper must be +1. Copper 1 iodide. Silicon dioxide. Okay? Now SN C2H3O2 2. SN is what element? It's 4 down here?
Yes.
Okay. So it's 10, but what's its charge going to be? 4. 10, 4 acetate. And then the last one, CI4, carbon tetraiodide. Carbon tetraiodide. Okay, so tomorrow you just work on your Black History Month project, work on your naming project, study for the test. Okay, so it's just, there's nothing formal due. You need to be working on all that stuff.